Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to another virtual interactive magic theater. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to our host and MC. Give a huge round of applause for Gary Dreyfus.
Hello, and welcome. Welcome, one and all. I see a few new faces here. It's great. And we have, you're in for such a treat today. Not just one, but two new performers this week, making their virtual interactive magic show debuts. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, got a deck of cards here. I'm going to go through the deck of cards. Let's see. Chloe, are you ready? I want you to say stop at any time.
Okay.
No, as I'm going through the cards, say stop, Chloe.
Okay.
Chloe, you didn't say stop.
Stop.
Right there. Okay, good. Now, I'm going to show you all a card. Everybody memorize that card. Everybody knows what card that is? Everybody sees that card? Good. Now, I'm going to cut the cards. I'm going to snap my fingers. Everybody snap your fingers. Oh, Arabella, good job. 2 snaps. And your card is gone.
I don't see my card.
It's gone. Now, where did it go? Ladies and gentlemen, behind me the whole time. There's your card. That's not your card?
I think so.
No.
No.
That's your card.
Diamonds, was that your card? Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have a fantastic show and we're going to get started right away. Our first performer has been delighting audiences up and down the East Coast, throughout the country, and Puerto Rico for over 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who needs no introduction. Well, yes, he does. Otherwise, he won't go on. Xanadu, the master of deception.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Omar Virtual Interactive Magic Theater. I am Xanadu, Master of Deception. Before we begin, guys, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, do not try this at home, okay? I am a professional. Watch. Like I said, do not try this at home. Try it at your friend's house. Try it in school, but do not do it at home. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, I like to know, does anybody here like to color or knows how to color? Anyone? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what it is. Here's the problem that I have. I have a coloring book, and it's a clown magic coloring book. Not only is it a coloring book, it's got some great pictures inside, as you see. Now, my problem is, I don't know how to color inside the lines. I have a problem of coloring outside the lines. So if there's anybody out there that gives me a hand, could you please wave your hands? Let me see who's out there. Let's see who we have. Ooh, I see Arabella and Chloe. Omar, can you put them on the screen for me? Arabella and Chloe, if it's possible.
All
Is it
set.
working?
All set.
All set? Okay, here we go. Guys, this is what it is. I got this beautiful coloring book. As you can see, it's got all the pictures inside. Now, we just need to pick one of these pictures so that we can color it, and it'll look very beautiful. Is anybody... What happened?
There was no pictures.
What do you mean there was no pictures? I got pictures in here. What are you talking about? Look, there's one here, there's one there, there's one here.
Jamie, do you see pictures?
No.
No.
Chloe?
No. Chloe? None.
Arabella,
Are
do
you
you
kidding
see?
me? Look. What is that? You see there's pictures in there, and you're telling me there's no pictures in the book. Are you kidding me? Now listen, we just got to pick one of these pictures so that we can color it, okay? Which one do you pick? Do you like this one? Arabella, do you like this one?
That one.
Oh, MG. Arabella, there's no pictures in here. What's going on? What happened? Did you erase him?
Maybe.
No, you didn't. Chloe, did you erase the pictures? Okay, here's what we're going to do. I want you to think of clowns. I want you to think of magicians at a circus. And I want you to draw it in the air and see if we can catch it in the book, okay? Are you guys ready? Hold your fingers up in the air like this. I want you to color it. There you go. That's right. You got it. Right. Draw some pictures inside. There we go. Perfect. All right. Okay. Stop a second. Let's see what we have. Oh my God! Look, somebody drew an elephant in a tire. Oh look, there's a clown juggling. Oh my God, he's doing a little bite. Oh, this is awesome. Now, the only thing we got to do is color the book. Now, I want you to grab the colors on your clothes, hold it in your hand, and I want you to throw it towards the screen inside the book. Okay? Are you ready? Ow, Arabella, stop. Arabella, not in the face. Okay? I can't see you. Not in the face. You gotta do it in the book, okay? Hey, where did everybody go? I don't see it. Wait a minute. Hold it. Stop a second. Wait. Oh, there's paint on the lens. Hold on a minute. Oh, there you are. Okay, perfect. Remember, you're gonna throw it at the book, not at my face, okay? Not here. Here. Okay? All right, here we go. Ready? Arabella, grab some colors. Chloe, grab some colors. Throw it at the page. Now, do it quick. Here, there. Ha, hoo, ha, hit, hee, hoo. Perfect. Stop. Now, let's see how this is done. You ready? Here we go. Oh, look. You did it. Unbelievable. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I blew the colors in. Okay, we got to do that again. Guys, hold your fingers out in front of you. I want you to wiggle your fingers. I want you to shake your booty. And I want you to say, ooh la la. Ready? Do it now. Wiggle your fingers. Now let's see if it happens. This should work. All right, guys, you did it. Give yourselves a big round of applause. That was excellent. Great. Now, before I would like to show you an old classic of magic. It's called, back up a little bit, a cups and balls. We need 3 balls and 2 cups. Here we go. And with that, I leave you the 3 cups and balls. All right. Now, I need one volunteer for my last and only trick. Someone that knows how to gamble or that wants to get. Here we go. Okay, can everybody see from there? I'm going to tell you a little story that happened to me one year when I went to Louisiana and I was down in the bayous enjoying the Mardi Gras, the whole nine. There was a gentleman standing at a corner of a building between 2 alleys, and he looked at me and said, "Come in a second." I went out to him and I go, "Yes." He goes, "How would you like to make some money?" I go, "Sure, I would like to make some money." He goes, "Follow me." So we walked down the corridor, and at the end of the corridor, there was this light fixture hanging from a ceiling and a cardboard table. He reached inside his pocket and pulled out a packet of cards. One of them happened to be the ace of clubs. He laid it on the table. Then he said, "I have 3 blank cards. This is all you have to do, is keep an eye on the ace of clubs." And I said, "Well, that should be pretty easy. 3 blank cards, 1 ace of clubs, piece of cake." He goes, "Look, I'm going to take the blank card, lay it on the table, take the ace of clubs, and put it in the middle, just like this. See?" Then he evened it together, and then he counted the first blank card, he put it on the bottom, took the second blank card, put it on the bottom, and took the last blank card, the ace of clubs, and he took the blank card and put it on the bottom, and he fanned the cards. And then he said, "Young man, where is the ace of clubs?" And I said, "Easy, it's right there in the middle." He grabbed the middle card, turned it over, and said, "No, that's the blank card. The ace of club is right here on the table." And I looked at him and I said, wait a second. Yeah. Do that again, one more time. He goes, "Okay, remember, keep an eye on the ace of clubs." He took the blank card, laid it on the table, the ace of clubs, put it in the middle. And he took the blank card, put it on the bottom. He took the ace of clubs, put it on the bottom, and the blank card, put it on the bottom, and he fanned the cards. And then he said, "Young man, where is the ace of clubs?" And I told him, "It's right there in the middle." He grabbed the middle card and said, "No, that's the blank card. The ace of clubs is right here on the table." And I said, "Wait a minute. Yeah, no. Show me those cards again." I said, "Okay, watch carefully." Okay, watch. 3 blank cards. He took a blank card, put it on the bottom. He took the ace of clubs and put it in the middle. And he counted it again. 1 blank card on the bottom, the ace of clubs on the bottom, and the blank card on the bottom. And then he fanned the cards. And then, but this time I was ready for him. And he said, "Where is the ace of clubs?" And I go, "Right there on the table." He goes, "No, don't you remember that that's the blank card? The ace of clubs is right here in the middle." He goes, "You know what?" I said, "I got to come clean with you, man. Here in Louisiana, we don't play safe. We don't play fair either." He goes, "I got 2 cards there. I want you to point to one. It really doesn't matter what card you pointed, whether it was this one, because that's the ace of clubs. And if you would have pointed to this one, this is also the ace of clubs." So the moral of this story, do not gamble, because you're always going to end up losing. With that being said, thank you very much for coming out here today and letting us put a little bit of magic into your life. Gary, take it away.
Let's hear for Xanadu, the master of deception. That was fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I promised you one of our new performers making his debut here at Virtual Interactive Magic. He does it all. For over 20 years, he's been working for nonprofits, major corporations, specialty venues. He also has his own entertainment company called S. Patrick Magical Entertainment. And he books balloon artists, face painters, characterists, seances, tarot card readers, palm readers, DJs. Like I said, he does it all, in spite of the fact that he comes all the way from East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Won't hold that against him. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm virtual interactive magic welcome to S. Patrick.
Woo!
All right, Patrick.
Hey, thank you guys. It's an honor and a privilege to be here this afternoon. The virtual magic theater is awesome. You guys are awesome. We're going to have some fun. And today, we're going to use our imaginations. So I'm going to ask, let's see here, Susan and Norm, if I could get you guys to help me out with something. We are going to do a card trick. I know you're excited. It's going to be amazing. But this is no ordinary deck of cards. You see, this deck of cards was actually given to me by my great-grandmother. She was a magician's assistant for many, many, many years. And she was the first person to show me magic. She was the first person to teach me card magic. And she was the first person to show me a deck of marked playing cards. Have you ever seen a deck of marked cards before? I know, see, Norm has. He looks like a gambler. Look at that guy. Absolutely. Well, let me show you this deck of marked playing cards. My great-grandmother marked these specifically in a very special way. Let me take these out. Very cool. I'm going to take these out and show it to you here right now. I'm just going to switch over. Just like that. You can see, ladies and gentlemen, that there are very secret markings on the backs of the cards. They are there. I can tell you that they are. Okay. My great-grandmother had vision issues, and she tended to write a little larger than maybe she should have, but she marked all the backs of these cards with numbers. They all have numbers on them from 1 to 52. And we're going to use this deck of cards in our imaginations to hopefully do something really cool. So I'm going to ask first, let's see. Susan, if I could get your help.
Mhm.
Very good. I would like you to imagine that right here in the middle of my hand is an invisible imaginary playing card. It is the 9 of diamonds. Can you see it?
No.
Oh, not using your imagination.
Oh, I'm sorry. All I have were my glasses.
Oh, there you go. That's what was it. That's what it was going on. Okay. Very good. She can see the 9 of diamonds right here in my hand, this invisible imaginary 9 of diamonds. But on the back of this imaginary 9 of diamonds is a number, one of my great-grandmother's marked numbers. And I will give you one hint as to what number it is. It's actually a low number, and it's actually an odd number. That's all the help I'm going to give you, Susan. I will want you to take a guess as to what number is on the back of the 9 of diamonds. A low number and an odd number. That's all the help I'm going to give you. Take a guess. What number do you think is on that?
3.
3. Very good. Very good. Hold on to that thought for just a moment. 3, 9 of diamonds. Okay. It is now time for Norm to get in on the act right over here. Norm, I've got another invisible imaginary. It is 4 of clubs. Can you see it?
I'm sorry, 4 of what?
4 of clubs.
Got it.
There you go. On the back is one of my great-grandmother's secret marked numbers. I will give you a hint, too, because I'm using a hint. It's only fair. The number on the back of the 4 clubs is kind of on the high end, and it's an even number. So, even number, high end, like above 26, 26, 52, some even number in the middle. Take a guess. What number do you think is on the back of the 4 of clubs?
4.
44. Very good. Okay. 44 and the 4 of clubs. Let's see. I'm going to need one more. Oh, how about that James guy? There's James over here. Let me see if I can get him to help. James, can you help us out for a sec?
I guess so. Whoops.
Okay.
I'm unmuted.
Very good. James, you are going to have the hardest job of all. I'm going to show you the back of an imaginary playing card. Just the back. It's got a number on it. That number is 37. Can you see it?
I can imagine it.
Very good. Very, very good. Now, I'm going to turn this card around. 37 is on the back. There's a playing card on the front. Now, it's up to you to tell us, use your imagination, what playing card is on the front. Now, remember, you can't use the Nine of Diamonds or the Four of Clubs. Those two cards are already spoken for. But there are 50 more cards in the pack. You have a choice. 37 on the back. What playing card do you think is on the front?
King of Spades.
The King of Spades. Very good. All right. Let me show you guys how well you used your imagination. So let's take the deck and pick it up and find the King of Spades. All right. So let's go through here and find the King of Spades. Let's see here. There's the Queen of Spades.
Almost there.
Almost there. Did I pass it?
Well,
Oh, there it is. The King of Spades right there. I had to go almost all the way through the deck for that one, James. All right. And now we have the nine of the number three. The number three. Susan's number 3, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Let's see. There it is, the number 3 card. And then we have the number 44. That was Norm's number, 44. Let's see. There's 46. There's 7, 42. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. Let's see. There's up there. It is 44. Very good. So, guys, I want to see how well you used your imaginations. Earlier, I asked Susan to imagine the 9 of diamonds. She said that on the back of the 9 of diamonds was the number 3. Well, guys, this is the number 3, but more importantly, this,
Wow.
the 9 of diamonds. I asked Norm to imagine the 4 of clubs. He said on the back of the 4 of clubs, without even thinking about it, mind you, he just, boom, it was right there. He said the number 44. Well, guys, this is a 44, but this is a 4 of clubs. And James, you had the hardest job of all. You had a choice of 50 remaining cards. All I did was show you the number 37. 37 on the back of an imaginary playing card. You said the King of Spades. Well, guys, this is the King of Spades, but more importantly, James, this is the number 37. And that is my great-grandmother's deck of mark playing cards. Thank you so much. Very cool. But now, it is time to do something a little bit different. I've got a story to tell you. And let's see here. We're going to do something a little bit different. And I want to see if I can get somebody to help me out here. All right. But before we do that, I have a question. How many of you guys still have your Christmas decorations up from last year? Oh, just me. Okay. All right. I'm lazy. I admit to it. And the reason why is because I love the holidays. I love Christmas. I don't ever want it to end. As a matter of fact, I'm still drinking my cocoa out of my Santa Claus mug. It's really cool. Even in February, even the end of February, I'm still using my Santa Claus mug. That's how I love Christmas so much. And as a matter of fact, it reminds me of when I was a kid a long time ago. And I do mean a long time ago. I was a kid. And as a kid, I was a prankster, so to speak. I was a mischievous child. And during Christmas, I went to the back of our Christmas tree. And our Christmas tree back then was huge and giant. And it had all those lights on it, those multicolor lights. And I went to the back Christmas tree. I actually pulled out one of those little lights. And back then, you pulled out one of those lights, all of them went out. And then my mom came into the living room and she saw the lights were out on the Christmas tree and she went crazy. She went nuts. She was like, oh man, she was so upset. And then she left. She went into the other room. That was the time I was able to go to the back of the tree, pop that light back in. All the lights came back on. My mom came back out, saw the lights were on. She was crazy. She didn't know what was going on. I drove her nuts every year for the next 10 years doing that exact same thing. And as a matter of fact, because I'm nostalgic like that, I actually have these lights inside of my tent right here. Check it out. They're right here. Now, the funny part about it is that I can use these lights and somebody's imagination to do something pretty cool. Let's see here. Arabella, could you help me out with something? Do you have a pretty good imagination?
Yes.
All right, very good. So I'm going to ask you to help me out here. So I will tell you one thing, that I've got 10 of these lights right here. And 9 of these lights are green. But one of these lights is red. I'm not going to tell you which one. As a matter of fact, it is up to you to tell me which one of these lights are red. Now, you can't see what color they are because they're crystal clear. You can see right through them. You don't know what color they are, so I want you to use your imagination. I'm going to run my finger over the lights just like this. When my finger gets over the that you think is the red one, I want you to say stop for me, okay? All right, so here we go. When you're ready, whatever you feel that my finger is over the one red light, I want you to say stop.
Stop.
Right there? This one right here? Okay, I'm going to place this light over to the side. I'll bring all these lights over here and put them in a little pile. Now, I want to show you something really cool. The only way to check what color a light is when it's not on the Christmas tree is by hooking it up to a battery. So I have a battery right here. And we're going to take these lights and we're going to put them on to the battery. So this light right here is a green light. We're going to check all of the rest of these. This is a green light. We're going to do this a few more times. That's a green light. That's a green light. And that also is a green light. Check it out. We've got 4 more lights to test, Arabella. We've got this light right over here. We're going to place it on the battery. Look, it's also a green light. We've got this one to check here. Let's see. Yep. That one there is also a green light. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We have only 2 lights left. We're going to take this light here and place it onto the battery. Check it out. It is also a green light. But now, Arabella, we have 1 light left to check. And it's at this point, the only point in this entire imagination experiment that I will allow you, if you want to change your mind. You can keep your light that you originally chose over here. You can keep that one if you think that's the red one. Or if you have a last-minute change of heart and you want to change your mind and take this one, you can do that too, but it's totally up to you. So, Arabella, do you want to change your mind and go with this light? Or do you want to keep this light right here? You want to keep that one? Okay, very good. All right. So, it is now time to check this light out right here. This is the one you didn't want. We're going to place that light right here on the battery. And you'll notice it's also a green light. But now, I know some of you out there are thinking, well, you know, you're probably just trying to trick us. You're a magician after all. This light here, that's probably green too. You're not going to show us that light. You know, you think it's just a magic trick. You know, come on. Well, I wouldn't do that to you guys. Come on. This show is more important than that. I wouldn't do that to you guys. And especially, I wouldn't do that to Arabella. I want to prove to you guys that this light here is the only red light. And the only way to do that is to place it on the battery to show you guys, prove to you guys that this light is the only red light. Just like that. You guys did an awesome job. Thank you so much. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Thank you guys for indulging me for my very first appearance here at the theater. It's now time to turn back over to our host. Thank you, guys.
Whoa! Let's hear for S. Patrick, ladies and gentlemen. That was incredible. I got to try that on my Christmas decorations. And we want to welcome S. Patrick into the fold of performers for virtual and interactive magic. What a debut performance. Our next performer is the producer and director of these shows. In fact, when we went into quarantine, he jumped right in the end of March, and we've gone straight through ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a regular at LOL Comedy Club, Forest Park. He's DJ well known throughout the country. He also started doing Flavors of Magic, a family magic show, along with his beautiful wife, Lavinia. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Omar Illusion.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Well, that was it. Thank you. Okay, we'll try something else. Let me see if I can borrow a volunteer. This can be anybody named Joanna if they're interested in helping. Joanna, would you be interested in helping us? Oh, don't worry. I can hear you, Joanna. Can I bring you on the screen with me? Is that okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Joanna, I would normally ask you how old you are, but it's very rude to ask a lady her age. So how much do you weigh?
I don't know.
Don't worry. You don't have to answer that. Can I ask you, have you ever seen a magic show before?
Yes.
You have. So today's not the first time?
Mm-mm.
Cool. Now, I'm going to try something with you using this right over here. Can you see that arrow?
Yes.
Forgive my screen. Give me 1 second. There we go. Can you see yourself?
Yes.
Awesome. This is what I'm going to ask you to do, okay? You see your finger? Can you put your finger on the screen just like I have mine? Good. And I'm going to ask you to use your finger and point to where the arrow is pointing. Can you do that?
Yes.
Good. Now, if I point it this way, put your finger in that direction. Cool. Now, if I go this way, which way is that pointing?
This way.
Weird, right?
Yes.
Now, the reason I wanted to make sure you can see that, because you're going to help me spell some things, okay? I
Okay.
actually have here a pack of cards. One moment. And there it is. I have a pack of cards that I'm going to ask you to help me with. Now, I know it sounds weird, but can you tell me what shape does that look like right there?
Diamond.
Very good. Now, I know this might be weird. Do you know what shape this looks like?
Heart.
A heart, that's right. And, well, do you like diamonds better or do you like hearts better?
Heart's better.
Hearts better? So you must have just loved Valentine's Day that just passed, huh?
Yes.
Yeah? Who was your special Valentine's Day, huh?
My grandma.
Grandma, that's awesome. What did she get you?
She got me some candy and a Valentine's Day pencil.
That sounds beautiful. Well, this is the thing. She gave you that because you're doing very well in school, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now in school, do you do spelling?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to help me spell some of these cards to put them in order. Okay, now the
Okay.
first one is going to be the ace. It's like the number 1. So if you can help me out, I know ace is with an A. So you go A, S, E, and that's an A. Wait, that's not an ace.
That's hard.
You're right. It is a heart. Do you know how to spell the letter ace?
No.
No? Let me see. Is there anyone here that can help us out? Arabella, do you know how to spell ace?
Yeah, A-C-E.
Let me see. A-C-E. Oh, look at that. And it worked out. That was perfect. Let me see. Maybe Joanna, do you know how to spell the number 2?
Yes.
It's T-O-O. Is that right?
I think so.
No? Well, let me see. Arabella's saying no.
Okay.
Arabella, how do you spell the number 2?
T
T
W
W
W, and then
O.
O.
oh, and that. Look at that. It worked out. You spelled the number 2. Okay, Joanna, I'm going to help you out with the number 3 because I think it's T-R-E-E-E. Tree. There's 3 E's. Is that right, Arabella?
No.
No. How do you spell it? Do it one letter at a time.
E.
T-H-R.
R E
E.
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 E. So there's only 2 E's. Look at that. You got it perfectly. All right. You know what? I think I can do the number 4 by myself. So that's F-O-R-E. And that's like before it got the number. Why? Do you know how to spell the number 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we spell 4? Spell it for me.
F
S
O
O
U
U
R.
R.
You're amazing. You must have gotten a really big gift for that, huh? Joanna, do you know how to spell 5?
Yes.
Okay, spell 5 for me.
F
F
I
I
V E.
V E. That's okay. Annie, you got it. That's 5. You know what? I know I can do 6 because 6 is easy. It's only 3 letters, so I'm gonna do it by myself. I have S Y X, and that's not 6. It's 7.
Oh.
What do you mean? No? Yeah, that's a 7. I can
No.
see it. How do you spell 6?
F
S
I
I X.
All right. You know what? I have to do at least one by myself in 7 because I know how to spell 7. As you see, it keeps coming up. So S-E-V-E-N and 7, like a champ. See that? And I can do 8 too because 8 is A-T-E. That's like after you finish eating, right? Wait, no, that doesn't sound right. How do you spell 8?
E
E
I G H T.
T. Number 8. Look at that. All right. Who knows how to spell 9? That one's a little tough for me.
N
N
N.
I V N
E.
E.
Wait, no, you just called me a ninny. Oh, I guess that is a 9. Okay. Then you know what? I have one left. We all know what comes after 9, and I'm gonna show you that no matter what happens, I'm gonna spell it however I want. T-I-N, and the number 10 will come up right now. That's still not right. Okay. You know, I might have to show you guys this next week. I got to practice a little bit more. But thank you so much, Annabella. Thank you, Joanna. I'm going to pass the mic to Gary. Thank you all so much.
Let's hear for Omar Illusion, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I promised 2 performers making their debut. Our next performer is the second of those 2 performers. And he comes even a little further than Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. He comes from England. I think that's right after Pennsylvania, right? Just south, somewhere near Tennessee. He has over 30 years of experience. He performs close-up and parlor magic for weddings, corporate events. He's one of the top performers in Europe, ladies and gentlemen. Pay close attention because he has a weekly show called Moments in Time Virtual Magic Show. Ladies and gentlemen, making his virtual interactive magic debut, the one, the only, Seiko!
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to be here tonight, and I'm super stoked to perform. So yeah, I thought I'd start off with maybe just a quick thank you very much, Gary, for the introduction. But I really wanted to share with you why magic is so important to me. And you know, it started for me as a child, and I was about 5 years old. I was a little boy, and I experienced snow for the first time in Amsterdam. And it was such a magical experience that I kind of got that memory stuck in my mind. And I wanted to kind of share that same wonder and magic with you guys tonight. So tonight is all about my childhood. So I've brought some very interesting toys here. I've brought some things from my childhood, and you might recognize some of them. And here I've got a little box, and I'm going to set the box aside over here, and we'll get to that a little bit later. Now, I'm going to need someone to help me. Omar, would you mind if I brought you up?
I'd love it. No problem.
Absolutely fantastic. Oh, thank you, Gary, for doing that. Or whoever spotlighted you. I was about to do it, but great.
Teamwork,
thank you
brother.
so
Teamwork.
much for being here with me, Omar. So, Omar, I've got a little coin pouch, and I've got a little blue bag. And against my black shirt, that's really hard to see. But anyway, there it is. And I've got a Rubik's Cube. Now, I would like you to imagine being a little boy, 5 or 6 years old, and I want you to choose the toy or the item that you would play with. Which one of these items would you play with? Would you play with a coin pouch? Would you play with a little blue bag? Are you curious enough to try and find what's inside? Or would you play with Rubik's Cube?
I'm not gonna lie, it's between the bag and the Rubik's Cube. I'm gonna go for the bag.
You're gonna go for the bag.
I'm gonna go for the bag.
Oh, I just knew you were absolutely the right person for this trick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set aside the Rubik's Cube and the little coin pouch, and we've got the little bag. Now, remember I told you that there was a little box, and there was something interesting about this little box. Now, before we started, I put something inside, right? And if you look closely, there's a little piece of paper, and it says, if you would just read that out.
You will choose the bag.
Yeah, you will choose the little blue bag. And I just knew that we were somehow connected and that you would choose the right object. So what I'd like to do is, Omar, we're going to, have you got a deck of playing cards with you?
I do. We just organized it too, thanks to Joanna and
Oh,
Arabella.
fantastic. So I also have a deck of playing cards. Now, this is absolutely amazing. Now, what I'd like you to do is, I want you to just mix these cards up. Just give them a little mix up like that. Fantastic. Now, I can see you're a professional. I have to tell you, when I was a child, I used to love playing with cards, and I discovered something interesting. What I would do is I would play a little game with my friends. You know, when you have lunch money, my parents never gave me lunch money, right? So I used to go to school with very boring sandwiches, and I used to gamble with my mates. And what I would do is I played this little game. So they'd mix up the cards, and I want you to just show everyone, just kind of go through cards like this. Yeah, just kind of go through them, yeah, and just show everyone that your cards are really nicely mixed up. Perfect. Excellent. Now, we're going to play this little game. And if I win, I would be able to match your card. And then I'll win your lunch money. Okay? So what we're going to do is I want you to start dealing the cards on the table just like that, one at a time. Yeah, there we go. And you can actually mix it up a little bit and kind of do 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you, yeah. And if you're done, you can kind of put them down. Now, it's very important in this game that obviously that I don't know what the cards are or what the order is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the top card and you're going to place it into the middle of the pack. And you're going to do exactly the same with the bottom card. You're going to take the bottom card and you're going to put it into the middle of the deck. Now, the interesting thing is I only found out many years later that what this was called in the casinos was called burning a card. And they did that to protect the players from not being able to see what the cards were and cheating. So again, what I want you to do is I want you to start mixing up the cards, to start dealing them on the table one at a time. There we go. Perfect. And about halfway, you're going to just stop. Okay, now, at this point, you have mixed up the cards. We have burnt the cards. And in fact, in the sake of fairness, we're going to take the top card one more time, and you're going to put that into the middle. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom card and put it into the middle. Now, there's absolutely no way that I could know what's going on in your pack of cards, correct? Now,
Definitely.
what I'd like you to do is, Omar, I'd like you to peek at the bottom card, have a look at it, and put it down on the deck. And this is the interesting part. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to just shuffle them up. And I'm going to try now and win your lunch money. Okay? And so the way I'm going to do it is I'm trying to pick out the card that you chose. Now, Omar, the moment of truth. What was the card that you were actually holding?
The 2 spades.
The 2 of spades. And that is fantastic news for me because I have just won your
Dude.
lunch.
Yo.
And you know what the other thing is? The interesting thing, the best thing of all, is that actually if you look, and my friends would never believe this, if you look at all the other cards, they all are blank cards.
Dude. I'm not worthy, dude.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. That was awesome.
I'm going to set these cards aside. What I'd like to do is I'd like to bring up someone else because we still have 2 toys to play with. So how about Joanna? I see Joanna's going like, yeah, me, pick me, pick me. Okay, right. So Joanna, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you up here. Oh, someone keeps beating me to this every time I want to spotlight someone. Thank you very much, though. It's cool. Joanna, I've got 2 toys left. Which one do you really, really like the most out of these toys? Do you want the Rubik's Cube? Do you want to play with that? Or do you want to play with the little coin pouch?
Rubik's Cube.
The Rubik's Cube. Awesome. This is actually one of my favorite toys. Now, I've got to tell you, the Rubik's Cube, if you look at it, you can make pretty little flowers. You know, you've got little flowers like that. But you can mix it up. And for the big people, it's an amazing toy because every time you turn it, you're actually changing the entire sequence. Now, for big people, that is very different in terms of permutations. You've got 43 million different ways of making this cube. So we're going to play a little game, Joanna. What you're going to do is you're going to tell me to either start mixing the cube up, and when you're happy, you're going to say stop. Okay? You got that?
Yes.
Okay. So can I start?
Yes.
Okay, and just remember, whenever you want to, and whenever the cube's really mixed up, you just say stop whenever you want to. Yeah? We're going to play.
Stop.
Okay, stop. Now that is interesting. Okay, cool. So, remember I told you guys that there are 43 million, that's a lot of millions, different ways of having this cube configured. So if you guys go to the chat room, I'm going to post a little link for you. And this is going to be very interesting. So if you watch in a second, everyone in the meeting, I'll post this link. Let me just press enter. There we go. Can you guys all see the link?
Mhm.
Okay, brilliant. So what I'd like you to do is I would like you to open the link, go through to the website, and you will see a little thing. Sorry. Oh, I've got to load this up because it's still on my phone, actually. Sorry, I forgot to load this up. Hang 10, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I took a picture and I forgot to send it to my website. There we go. It should go through. Sorry, it was on my phone. So if you look here, can you see that?
Mhm.
I want you to match the picture on the website to the actual cube. Can you see that?
Whoa!
Wow, look at that.
I'm almost done.
I think on the chair I left the candy.
Okay, you guys can see all of that? Brilliant. Now, Joanna, the interesting thing about the cube, though, is the following. We don't want to leave it like this because it's all messed up, right? So, Joanna, what I'm going to do is watch closely. I'm going to take the cube. I'm going to put it into the bag. Yeah, you can see that. And we're going to say the magic word. Joanna, do you have a magic word for me?
Yeah.
What is your magic word?
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra. So watch closely. Abracadabra. And look inside. There's absolutely nothing. There we go. So thank you very much, Joanna. That was absolutely awesome. So let's bring someone else up. Okay, so we've got a cube there, and now we need to find one last person. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just do this over here. So inside the little coin pouch, I've got 4 coins. Now, there's a little story to these. These are actually from my dad's coin collection. Now, I used to, as a kid, I used to love playing with my dad's coin collection. And he's quite grumpy with me. And the reason why is that these coins were given to him by his father and my grandfather. And he actually got these from Teddy Roosevelt. Now, some of you might know that was one of the past presidents. I think it was 1901. And Teddy Roosevelt met my grandfather on one of the riverboats. My grandfather worked there, and he was given these 4 coins. So what I would do is, I was a little child and I used to love playing with the coins. What I would do is I would try and pretend that I had magical powers. So I want to watch very closely. What I would do is I'd have the 4 coins. I'll hold them here so you can actually see, so they're in focus. And I'd pretend like I was like Magneto, right? I would take the coins out of my hand, just like that, and I would move them. Now, some people would think that I was throwing them across, which is absolutely untrue, because if you look closely, you've got 3 coins, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I threw them across, you'd also see them, but more importantly, you would also hear the coins. Watch closely. So if I throw it like that, you can actually hear the coins. Yeah? So with 2 coins there, 2 coins running across, what I would do is I would do the following. I'd have to convince them, right? So I'd take the object. So for example, I could take the box. I could take the 2 coins, put them in the box, and I would take the coins and I would go like this. Watch closely. 1, 2, 3. And I'd actually get the coin to jump into the box. So now you would have 3 coins. Okay? So 4 coins, there we go. I can do this again for you. I can take the coins, put them in the box, and watch closely. I'll take this one, magically like this, And watch closely. If we can take this, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my show for this evening. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to be back next week and entertain you guys a little bit more. Thank you very much, Gary and the team. Well, cool.
Let's hear it for Seiko, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, debut. Now, don't forget, SeikoMagic.com. You can link into Moments in Time virtual magic show, read more about it, and we hope to see more of Seiko. Can't wait to see him blow us all away. Our final performer, ladies and gentlemen, is no stranger to virtual interactive magic. He's been here since we've started. And he has taken what some people have considered a disability and turned it into ability. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, born with cerebral palsy. In spite of that, he has won the New York Got Talent competition. He's performed throughout the US, Europe, and Scandinavia. He has his own podcast every week where he interviews some of the most famous and wonderful magicians in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend, the incredible Tommy Burnett.
Hey guys, how are you today? I hope you are having fun. I know I am. Everybody was so great so far, and hopefully I can keep up the momentum. So let's see. Actually, I need this back. Let's see who I can get to help me out here. Let's check the gallery. I'd like to have it go if it's okay. Let's see. Susan, will you mind helping me today?
Sure, I'll help.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Are you having fun so far?
Sure, I'm having a lot of fun.
Okay, good. So, guys, one so far, guys. One so far, having fun. So, okay. No, so far it's been a great show. And I've really enjoyed everybody's message so far. I'm in a weird mood today, so forgive me. So before I begin, Susan, I want to ask you a question because I know you've been coming here for a while, and you know when people come to the show, I feel like I kind of get to know them a little better each time. But I want to, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a personal question. But before I do, I will tell you that I have this card here. It says personal information. I wrote something on the back before the show even started. So, and we haven't talked today, and you have no idea what
No, none whatsoever.
Okay, good. Don't seem so happy about that. But no. If you go back throughout your life, kind of review your life, is there somebody in particular who has influenced you the most? Now, before you answer, speaking about that for a minute, because many people say one of their parents. Some people say a sibling. Some people say a best friend. Some people say celebrity or historical figure. So it can be any of those things. So do you have one in mind?
Yes, I do.
And would you mind saying it?
My father,
Your father. And what is his name?
David.
David. That's my brother's name, actually. We already have something in common with us. True.
Good, strong name.
it is a fun name. Now, this is really not part of it. This is just a way, another way of getting to know you a little bit and making a connection. Because having that connection is what's going to make this whole thing work. Okay. Now, I have a color palette here, right? With yellow, red, purple, green, blue, and orange. Okay, and I'm going to make a prediction here. That page is opening up. I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll put it over here for now. Yeah. And do you have a favorite color here?
Yeah, yellow.
Yellow. Okay. Now, is that because of the reason why?
It's always been my favorite color, but it looks terrible on me, so I never wear yellow.
That's very interesting. I never wore yellow either, but it's interesting because growing up, the walls in my bedroom were yellow.
Me too.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And so it doesn't surprise me in the least that it doesn't surprise me in the least that I would have chosen the yellow.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, no, let's move on. On the back of here, I have some activities that people might have done during the pandemic, right? And let me make my prediction first, because I think, yeah, I think this is going to be the right one. Okay, and we'll place this here. All right, and so we have awesome tasks. We have cooking, we have efforts, we have reading, we have making whooping, and we have music. Between those, which one would you like to use?
Cooking.
Cooking. Now, do you cook a lot?
I cook a lot, sometimes successful, oftentimes not.
Yeah. Cooking is often like a science, and you really have to follow the rules in order to make it work. I used to be a horrible cook. Now I'm an okay cook. But it's funny because I actually get right cooking as well.
Wow.
Now, in the beginning, I told you that I had college, and I placed it on the table, right? And after I had written that down long before you had even said anything, right? And then I asked you, I kind of lied because I said that it had nothing to do with the trip, but you said your father, David, was the inspiration. And I had written your father
Oh, wow.
was the inspiration
That's wonderful.
long before we started. So
Wow, thank you.
being a part of that. And I know we are out of time, so I did have one more. But I think this is good. I think we made a connection, and I appreciate you helping me out. And so I'm going to turn it back over to Gay, and we'll see you next week. And
Chair for Tommy Burnett, ladies and gentlemen. And that concludes this week's Virtual Interactive Magic Show. Wow, who would have thought? 2 debuts, fantastic performances, just like I promised, ladies and gentlemen. And next week, we get to do it all over again. I want to thank our performers today. First up, we had Xanadu, Master of Deception. All the way from East Stroudsburg, S. Patrick. Omar.
Awesome.
Taking Europe by storm and now virtual interactive magic. Seco.
Hey, go, my brother.
The invincible Tommy Burnett. And I was your host, Gary Dreyfus, ladies and gentlemen. You have been a fantastic audience. Always great seeing you. Welcome to the newer ones. Please be safe. Wear your masks. And may your week be magical. So long, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.